Okay, good evening, gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
Fine, and you?
Good.
Cool, that's out the way now. So we're going to be tying an EP minnow. We're going to be using a different technique. We're going to be spinning a dubbing brush. Now, this pattern you can use for bass, trout, you can use it for tigers. Now, when you tying for tigers, you're going to be using stainless steel wire to make the brush. Whereas if you're tying for trout, you can just do a dubbing loop with your thread. It's no problem. Those teeth aren't going to damage it. But just because I can, I'm going to use the stainless steel wire tonight. Okay. The hook is a bit oversized for trout unless you're fishing the Midlands, out in KZN. There's some big trout that like big baitfish patterns, especially this time of the year. Start stocking up before they want to get all sexied up. So you can tie on a size 2 like I've got over here. What we're going to be using as well is the new sculpting fibre from Fishant, camel colour, no jokes. Stainless steel wire, dubbing brush maker, and just standard tools that you use, okay, standard apparatus. So now what we're going to do is take a thread, as usual, place it up. Now, if you look at the baitfish that you're actually trying to replicate, it's mainly your barbs. Now, for the guys that are in the shop, not on the camera watching, if you look in the fish tank, there's 2 barbs in there. Long, slender fish, big eyes, okay? So there's no point in tying a disc-sized freaking baitfish when you're trying to mimic a slender fish. And that's where the shaping of this will happen. But as we go along, I'll explain to you guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the fibers out, grab a nice bunch out, okay? That we're going to use later. Now, as you can see, it's all cut straight. I'm going to get a nice tapering for the tail, pull some fibers out, realign them. So now you can see I've created a nice tapered tail over there. Can you see? No, don't like that. There we go. Nice tapered tail. You can always shave this afterwards once you're done. So what you're going to do now is, that's going to be your base for your tail. Tie that down nicely. At the back, right at the back. Do 2 or 3 wraps. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chop that down. Hold the fibers and tie them down properly. Okay, apply just enough pressure, just so that the thread doesn't snap, but enough that it holds. Now what you can do is you can put either a couple of wraps underneath there or whatever so that the tail stays nice and straight. It's not really necessary. Now we're going to get to the fun stuff, which is making the dubbing brush. Now we've got the dubbing brush tool maker here. Lock that there into place. Okay, going to take our stainless steel wire. Okay, let me just see where I can find it. Okay, this is actually quite thin stuff, so it's very nice to tie for trout and stuff like that. What we're going to do is, press it there, put the wire around the hook. Yeah, come here. Hold the points together, spin it, done. Okay, I'm going to wrap it around here. Wait, came undone. First, it's the problem with thin material. Okay. 2 wraps around there, 2, 3 wraps, just so you can hold the stainless steel wire. As you can see, wire is very thin, but it's on there on the base. Okay. Now, take your material, that other bunch that I also grabbed, you can put this stuff together. Try and cut it in. You can wrap this around like a dowel stick if you want to have exact measurement. And take a nice thick dowel stick, wrap it around, keep wrapping it, and then just a menorah blade, just cut once. And there's your size of the dubbing that you want. But here it's not going to be a problem because we're going to trim it. Cut chunks about more or less that size. Nice and easy. Can be quite messy, but it's fine. I've got a maid on a Wednesday that comes and cleans, so it's okay. Sweet. Now, what we're going to do is place the material straight onto there. Nice and easy. Don't put material too close to that hook over there because generally it will snap there. You can't actually tighten it up nicely. Okay. So now we're going to unwind. And we're going to take this around. Back onto the hook. And we're going to spin that. Take your scissors, this is nice and thin. Cut that. Now, I've put a locking pin here on this side, you guys can't see it. Now, that locking pin, what's going to happen is as you tighten up with this dubbing brush maker, this is going to pull up slowly, just to create enough tension for the wire not to snap, but enough tension so that it wraps all the material inside. Okay, so we pull that out. Just check the tension, perfect. So as I'm spinning, so this a little bit more. So much. And also apply pressure there. See, it snapped there. Too much pressure over there. What I'll do is I reckon this wire is too thin. Okay, it's working nice session now. It's alright. Okay, cat brush. Brush gently. You can see how much fibers get trapped in there. You loosen it out. And that's what creates this thing to snap. Hold it down, brush it out more. So to get a dubbing brush properly done takes a bit of practice and a bit of time. As you can see, I haven't done this in quite a while. Just brush as many fibers out as possible. And you won't believe how many fibers you'll have stuck underneath that you can rip out. So just slide it all down there.
We don't have this look after, what do we do?
You can twist it by hand as well. This just makes life a lot easier. Okay. Bloody hell. This wire is actually a bit too thin. A little bit too thin. Now I'll just take it out, brush it. Okay. These will tie that down. Nice and easy. I'll actually tie you guys another one just now. The thicker wire, and you'll see how much better it actually comes out. Okay, keep your towel there. Now, we use a technique called palm ring. So as you wrap, brush back. Okay, you keep all the fibers pointing backwards. Okay. You make
Can't you make a double loop?
You can make a dubbing loop, but the thread with such thick material, it doesn't work out as nice. Okay.
But then can't you exchange your thread for like that, but just tie that onto your fly?
You can, but it doesn't work out as nice, unfortunately. Okay. Just behind the counter, there's a couple of permanent markers. Just bring me a couple of them, please. Black, green, whatever, doesn't really matter. Black has to be there. Okay, tie that down nicely.
We have 3.
Okay. Just clean it up nicely, give it a nice thread head over there.
Wait, does it go what? Here we go.
Okay, we're gonna whip finish that. Now obviously you guys can substitute the tail for like a Zonka strip or something like that. But it's entirely up to you what materials you prefer using. Now we can actually be quite vicious with this material that's on your hook. It's tied down. And you just brush this. So it looks like you're going back in the 80s or the 60s with all this weird hair. No. Looks like a huge puff ball now. Now, let's start trimming. So we're going to keep that nice and up there. Cut little bit by little bit, and then you work your way down.
Hire professional hairdresser.
Yep. Hairdressers would make very good baitfish tires, that I can guarantee you. Now, from the side, you want a nice flattish baitfish. And it takes you a lot longer to trim and get the right profile than to actually tie the fly itself. So now for tigers, this form would be absolutely perfect, this shape. You can use this as well for trout, it will work as well. Even for bass, this will graft like an absolute machine.
Do you want it more flat on the side or at the top?
Yeah, you want it flat on the sides, but you want to keep that, try and keep it nice and slender. So if you have to look over here, can you see it's still got that slender look to it. Bit of a bulk, but it's fine. Now, if you're tying for tigers and that, this will be fine. Trout, you most probably want to go just a little bit more slender or anything, but that's because I stacked quite a bit of material in the brush. That's fine. Now, you guys can add your eyes on here. So you take your eyes. Okay, now, feminine markers. I'm tying bream. Okay. What, you want to give me a hit? What? I'm tying. Don't interrupt.
Very tying.
Okay. Just a couple of things, and then you can take your red, you can put a bit of red there, whatever color.
Red for the gill.
And that's a basic baitfish pattern that will work. Okay, for tigers that is absolutely
It's
perfect.
exactly the same as a brush one.
It's exactly the same thing.
Just smaller.
Okay, that's all it is. What I can do now is I can show you a different technique to tie this without the dubbing brush.
Yes.
It's called stacking. Takes a lot more time.
Gonna carry on and do that.
Yeah.
You guys can tie this one later and just watch the stacking and
Okay, now, in terms of the stacking, okay, same thing. Thread base.
Do you always use green?
Nah, just use whatever thread comes to hand. Doesn't really bother me. So now we're going to take some more of that material. And one thing I did notice, in that one I didn't make the tail nice and dead, so I'm going to keep this nice and thick.
Ruben,
Yes,
what is that?
it's called bucktail.
Is it buck?
There, now that material's bucktail, this is a synthetic.
How much is that buck tail?
No idea. Okay, so now,
Maybe they're 105. Depends what colour you
just tie that down. Yeah, they shoot the buck and take the tail. And leave the rest behind for the bear to chow. Okay. We got a nice tail over there. Now here comes the stacking. Stacking can be a pain. Okay, it takes lots of practice. Okay. Shorter stacking. Go shorter than the tail. Tied on top. Turn over.
Can we do this one with that baitfish cap?
Shorter than the top. Yes.
That yellow, orange, and red baitfish pattern?
Shorter than the first one you put on.
Shorter than the top one. Slightly shorter. Okay.
And what
Bring
about
it
the
forward.
sides?
Don't worry about the size. You'll see the trick later. You clearly don't remember what you did in that last one. Okay?
Oh, yes, now I remember.
I blame you.
What, oh. You can punish me tomorrow.
Throw you off the skiff. You can ask Guido. It's not a very nice thing to be thrown off.
Mostly weird at the bottom.
It is stable, so I can throw you and I won't have a problem. I can literally pick you up on that thing and just chuck you, and nothing will happen to me.
Yeah.
Are you going tomorrow?
Gnu Valley, I got a kids thing. Taking our kids fishing.
Canoe.
Gnu Valley, just up. Tie that off, turn it over, same schlep.
Same size as the bottom.
Yeah, you can keep it the same size. You don't want to go longer than the tail at all. Okay. As you can see, what I told you guys about how this is time consuming. There are more shortcuts, you can use less times to wrap, but I don't want imperfections. I want this fly to look at least decent when I finish it off. Okay. So, tie that down.
How many wraps round about for each?
2 or 3, but nice tight wraps. Okay. And you carry on doing this, so on, so forth. But this is also an easier way for you to manipulate your shape. As you can see, you can see there's a basic shape over there coming along. Okay. You guys can tie this in a variety of colors, so it's no stress. Generally you want to tie this with thicker thread, but I had 70 denier, so that's what I'm using.
So 140 is fine.
140 is optimal. That is the thread. Okay. Start forcing your fibers backwards. Stack again. As usual. So this is just 2 different techniques that you can use to tie your baitfish patterns with. Okay.
So you're going slowly forward as you go.
Slowly forward, stacking according to how dense you want this fly to actually be. And you can see I get a lot more dense pattern by doing this than with the other one.
So this one swims on top.
No, it sinks.
Does it sink?
Once it's wet, it sinks, but you normally use it with a sinking line.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sinking intermediate lines. Don't use it with floating line.
How far underneath the surface does the intermediate go? All the way or just half?
Slowly. It just sinks slower than a sinker.
Is it?
So the intermediate is 4. Just to go
Never
down
feed to
slowly.
be intermediate. So.
I'm just going to take a little bit more and just put on the top here just to cover all of that there. I'm going to cut that right up close to the thread, hopefully not cutting the thread. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to finish this fly off. Now this fly is going to have quite a much larger, let's say, thread head over here in the front, but it's okay. When you tie these flies, please make sure that you Sally Hansen's it or just put some sort of varnish on the thread once you're done, okay? Because the thread can come undone.
We did that at Oxford. I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it at Oxford. Ken, Josh, AJ, Nick Crawford, and myself. And we smashed. You literally just watch it. And you put on a blob, and honestly, the smash go.
Okay.
So, they deep throat. And you winch it, you know, this is how it works. Yes, the word was. Yeah, then I ended up like this deep in the
Sweet. Now, brush it, because you can see there'll be a slight couple of gaps in between where you did wrap and tie. When you brush it, it covers up all your thread. Do you understand now? So now you've got a nice, thick brush fly. Now, poke it all up, keep the tail separate. And here, by stacking it on top and on the bottom, you'll see how slender that profile is. Can you see? It's a lot slender.
Yeah.
Can you see? So now all you have to do is just trim the top and the bottom. Now you guys want me to show you that barb type of profile. Okay.
Yeah, this is green.
Now that's a bit of a roundish pattern. So
That river is like brown.
okay, and that's your barb slender baitfish pattern, as you can see over there. Nice and thin. That's all you need. You can go with a thinner tail if you want.
This one looks much more vertical than that one.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, eh? Same thing. If you look at a lot of baitfish patterns, nice big eyes, because barbs have got big eyes and stuff like that. So keep the eyes almost scary big on the patterns that you tie.
On the triggers.
Yeah, it's one of the triggers in the fly. So yes. Now, for example, you want to mimic, let's say, striped barb over there that's in the tank.
Strong lateral. You gonna glue the eyes?
Yeah, you can put varnish over, you can do whatever you want to the eyes. But there you go. That's a little striped barb pattern.
And now we can move it.
Okay, and now obviously with the being fished in water, some of
Who
it
wants
will
to fish that
disappear.
tomorrow?
And that's about it. Okay,
Would that work?
easy, simple, two different techniques to use. Okay.
Thanks, Ruben.
My pleasure.
Would that work?